Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have a really funny video clip to share with you today. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Dean Cain, the has-been who used to play Superman, you might know he's a huge Donald Trump fan. So he was on Piers Morgan's show and he was on with Tim Miller of The Bulwark. And Tim is just really great at throwing shade. I mean, gay men, they just know how to throw it. They just know how to be snarky, and I love it. So he's one of my favorite people to watch take down his former fellow left or right wingers. So he's on there with Dean Cain. Dean Cain, you might have heard, has been made an ICE agent, or I guess he's not an ICE agent yet, which is kind of the point that Tim Miller was trying to make was like, you don't know what you're doing, you're untrained. And Dean Cain has this full-on meltdown, has a total tantrum on live TV, and then makes Tim Miller's point for him. It essentially just reiterates what Tim Miller was trying to say and his whole point. So take a look at this. I think you're going to love it as much as I did.
I understand why you have to go, a former untrained actor. I'm not untrained. I've been a sheriff's deputy for almost 10 years. I've been a sworn sheriff's deputy and a reserve police officer. So I don't know why you're saying untrained. And by the way, when you join ICE, they train you. So to say that and try to denigrate because I'm an actor, I shouldn't be able to be concerned about what's going on with our borders or with our law enforcement agencies is denigrating. It's ridiculous. Should I say because you're a former Republican strategist, you have no say on anything? That's baloney. So first of all, discounting that, making a cheap joke, just like John Oliver or Bill Maher or anybody else. Let me finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence, please. Let me finish my sentence, please. Denigrating somebody because they're doing this because of what they used to do or what they do or whether they're an actor or a writer or a newscaster is ridiculous. It's an ad hominem attack. It's wrong. And there's been over 100,000 people who have put in applications for ICE. So clearly there is a desire for people to step up and serve this country.
So if you show up at the door of someone's home as an ICE agent, which you're an ICE agent now, do you know what rights they have?
I'm not an ICE agent yet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you are an untrained former actor. You are an untrained former actor. I am a former actor.
I'm a former professional football player too. So when I run down my resume, I mean, so it's stupid.
I'm just telling a fact.
Yeah,
you're an untrained actor.
Denigrate it as though it's something negative. You denigrate it like it's something negative. Like you know what you're saying. So quit trying to gloss over it. It's ridiculous. It was snarky and it was stupid.
I'm telling you what's negative because you don't know the job. You don't know the job. That's why it's negative. It's nothing.
You don't know that I don't know the job. You're just assuming. Did you know I was a law enforcement officer?
I just asked you, do you know what migrants' rights are? If you show up to someone's house as an ICE agent, do you know what rights they have? Do you know?
Have all the due process rights of anybody in this country.
Okay. So do you need a warrant signed by a judge to apprehend somebody?
This is ridiculous. I'm not a sworn ICE agent yet.
That's the point. That is the whole point, Dean. You're not an ICE agent and you haven't been trained. And that's what Tim Miller was saying. He was just stating the facts. He is untrained and he's a former actor. So show me the lie. Like, where's the misinformation in saying that? Is he untrained? Yes, he just admitted it. Is he a former actor? Yes, he just admitted that too. Why is this an issue? Why is Dean Cain having such a freaking meltdown? He says, "Oh, you're denigrating me." No, you clearly are insecure, Dean. Like, you clearly are wildly insecure about who you are and what you are and what you've done in your life. I mean, the fact that he has to bring up, "Oh, I'm a former, football player too." Like, okay, what does that mean? Why did you need to bring that up? Like, he's so insecure. This is why he's a Trump supporter. You can see them from a mile away. I think you could probably count the amount of secure men who voted for Donald Trump, who don't have daddy issues, who don't need like a daddy figure and an alpha to take care of them, their beta self. Like you could probably count them on one hand in the Republican Party. I'm not talking about independents or, people who are not like fully on board with Donald Trump and what he's doing, but the ones that are like in the cult, the hardcore MAGA Kool-Aid drinkers, day drinkers, like they absolutely are the most insecure people on the planet. So he proves that over and over again. And just as an aside, like when did he start looking like Eddie Munster? Like, did you notice that? Like, let me bring this up
I don't
again.
understand why
so
you
can
have to
see.
go.
Does Dean Cain not look like Eddie Munster here? What is going on with him? What happened? Anyway, I just don't even know what to say. And the fact that they have all the rights that any of us here in the United States have. But then Tim asked him, "Well, do you need a warrant to arrest them?" "Oh, I don't know. I'm not an ICE agent yet." It's like, okay, well, again, that's the point. You don't know that. But second, yeah, in America, anybody living in America, you should have to have a warrant to arrest them, Dean. So the fact that he first says, "Oh, well, they have the same rights that anybody else living in America," but then he doesn't even know that anyone in America would require or that the law enforcement would require a warrant to arrest them. That's a problem. That's a problem. This guy is not the brightest bulb on the tree. So anyway, yeah, this is where we're at. We've got reality TV hosts as the president, former convicted felon, a sexual assaulter proven in court. Why wouldn't we have former actors as ICE agents? Right? I mean, next, we're going to have Chachi over there jumping out of the back of a box truck at a Home Depot, which I don't know if you guys saw that the other day, but yeah, that's what they're doing. And they're calling it Operation Trojan Horse. So this whole notion, first of all, they're violating court orders because this happened in California and the court had said unequivocally, you cannot just make random stops based on someone's ethnicity. You cannot just, because someone has brown skin or they're speaking Spanish, you cannot just go up and question them and arrest them. Court was clear on it. That ruling just came down like a week or two ago. These ICE agents are just hanging out in the back of a box truck, hiding in there, and then waiting for day laborers to show up at Home Depot in Southern California, jumping out and chasing them down and arresting them. So again, no warrant, no reason, no excuse for these arrests other than these people have brown skin and they look like immigrants. So totally violating court orders here in California. So for people who say, "Oh, well, it really matters who the governor is or who the city of a mayor or who the mayor of a city is, and that we get Democrats in there," it doesn't matter. It doesn't, because we are in the most blue state in the country, in California, and it doesn't matter. They're not following the law. They're not following judges' orders. And they are literally just going after people because they have darker skin and because of how they look. So this is where we are. So why wouldn't we have a failed actor, a TV has-been as an ICE agent? The rest of them aren't any better The rest of them aren't qualified, obviously, aren't legitimate officials, because no legitimate law enforcement official would follow orders like this, would be doing what they're doing right now. So, yeah, Tim Miller put him in his place, showed him for the jackass that he is. And as I always say, you don't have to wonder if so many times if someone is a Trump supporter. All you have to do is listen to what they're saying. All right, guys, I'll let you know if I have any more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe if you have not. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.